It's Jonathan Agger, 5th Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Spencer Brown here in Pattaya, Thailand. Tyson Fury's back Friday night.
Oh, he's in a mischievous mood today, isn't he? What a mischievous mood he's in. Yeah. I only watched a few bits of interviews, but my eyebrows rose a little bit. But yeah, it's all been good, isn't it? But good fun. The press conference was all good fun, wasn't it? Yeah. So and I thought it was a class. I thought it was, I thought it was good. Both presses.
Wow. Talk me through how this came about, because about a month ago I saw you. It was looking like Dublin, and then
it was Dublin.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it weren't Dublin. It was right. We've got 3 weeks to put a show on. I said, right, well, who's going to promote it? He said, I am. I said, okay. So it was like a Gold Star Gypsy King promotion.
How stressful has it been the last 3 weeks to make sure this is?
We have. I mean, you've seen our team. We're only a small team, but we're pretty good. We've done it all before. I mean, before I was in this business, I was in the boxing game. We used to put 5 shows on a week. So, we know what we're doing. We done that last show at Tottenham, but that was helped by Frank and George Warren, who have been great with us. They just said, get on with it and do it, and that's it. They've got their own eggs to fry as well, haven't they?
So, Mariusz Wach was the opponent you landed on. I spoke to Tyson just then. I mentioned that you told me about Ruiz and Miller. That was maybe 2 months ago.
They're all mentioned. All these fighters were mentioned. Unfortunately for a couple of them who we were going to go with, I think that we'd have done that if it was in Ireland, but we just didn't have the budget. He's not took any sort of. We've got some sponsors. We've who've helped us. And only small companies. Well, I say small companies in not big multi. The Staten Group, who Tom from there who owns that, and his partner. They put some money in. SR Construction put some money in. XTB never let us down. We've got a new AI company who we deal with. And Ush, Ush has looked after us as well. So, they've thrown in for the expense and everything. It's a very expensive show. So what we're trying to actually do is basically raise as much money for the charity as we can. It's a great cause. I've been to the orphanages. It's heartbreaking. And if we can do a little bit of help and do a little bit of magic, Tyson turned a lot of money down for this. I mean, a lot of money, life-changing money for many people, and said, no, I'm going to do it for the kids.
Talk to me about the Father Ray Foundation, where Tyson's purse is going to. What do they help do in Pattaya?
There is no purse. There is no, because he's promoting himself. All the ticket money. So we're hoping to raise £250,000, which would be nice. I know it's a big figure to raise, but we're going to, hopefully we get a few donations from people. But I think that it's only a small stadium, that's the trouble, but everybody's ringside. That's what's great. It's like you're going to hear every thud, every nick, every granny, every nook. So, it's a sellout. It's sold out in 3 days. Hopefully we'll be near to our £250,000 target, and let's just hope we got. We've got everybody's help, so it's been fantastic.
Why the no broadcaster? What was the decision behind that?
It wasn't my decision. It was Tyson's decision. He got offered a lot of money from a couple of broadcasters, but I just said this is going to be very different. I'm going to put it on my Netflix program. I'm the one who's fighting, so I'm not getting paid. And don't forget, Riyadh Season and Turkey Al Sheikh have backed us massively on this as well. They back us every time, no matter what they do. They didn't say no. This could be an interference in our contract. They didn't do any of that. They backed us all the way.
Well, Tyson has said to everyone today that he will not be at the AJ fight in Jeddah on Saturday. Why not?
Nobody's asked us.
No, Turkey's not said.
No. Nobody's asked us. They've got other plans. They've got their plan in motion, and when they do things, they do it big. This is going to be historical, so they'll do us. When they need us to step up to the mark, we will. But at the moment, we don't need to step up to the mark. Anthony came to Tyson's fight, which well appreciated, kicked it all off. So I don't think they're going to go to each other's fights, but we're going to see some big stuff going on between both of them, where there's going to be all sorts going on. I think there'll be when it gets agreed and where it's going to be, it's going to be probably a tour of different places just to sell the show, and not that it needs a lot of selling. I think there'll be a lot of work done, and there'll be some historic. I know a couple of really big historical things are going to go on it.
What's your gut feeling of where this fight lands?
I keep toying with places. For me, probably the best place would be. I want it to go to Wembley, but if they're talking about that time in the morning, we looked at the average temperatures and everything. It's -2, -3 at that time in the morning. Who's going to sit there in that? Nobody. So I know everybody wants it there, and I totally agree with what the fans say. It should be here, and it'll be a travesty if it's not. But you've got to think who's paying for this. The fans and the tickets only raise so much money, and the sponsorship only raise so much money. So somebody out there has got to dig deep into their pockets, and so far that is Netflix and Turkey Al Sheikh, and I suppose they're the ones who will be making the decisions. You heard what Tyson said. He doesn't care, where it is, what it is, as long as they get in the ring together.
So we're looking most likely, as we stand here today, America.
Well, I mean, do you know what? Honestly, hand on my heart, I couldn't tell you, because obviously we need to know as soon as possible. But they've got a huge team of people, Seller and Turkey Al Sheikh and Netflix. They've got huge teams of people who look at all the analytics of these things and where's best and where's not, where will sell the most money, where will sell the most tickets. I mean, there's going to be no money made. It's going to be a loss. Whoever takes it on, it's a loss. And obviously they've got to keep the losses down as much as possible. This is a massive fight. There'll be stars from all over the world going. We've seen before, Turkey Al Sheikh don't do things by half, does he? He when he puts a show on a spectacle like this, even at the weekend, I saw Zuffa putting on that big show with Connor and Garcia. I mean, it was a madhouse, wasn't it? It was a great looking event, great event. So, what's the real fight going to be? We're all in anticipation. We've all wanted this. So, as long as everybody can sit there at a sensible time and watch it, or remember what happened with Ricky Hatton when he went over to Vegas, or New York. For me, New York's a good one because of the time, because of the times. And I mean, a lot of English people go to New York for Christmas, and that'll be Christmas time. It's wonderful out there. It's got everything going on. It's a different place, and it could be at early November. It could be at later December. I don't know. They've got to do what's best for them, haven't they?
Tyson.
And Madison Square Garden would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Tyson was asked today about his sparring with AJ years ago, and he said that after 4 rounds, they put someone else in because they didn't. Are you aware of that?
Look, I've got to say this. I don't know if Barry McGuigan was there or not. He must have been there, but Barry McGuigan is a very clever, astute man. He knows more about boxing than most people. Yeah, would you agree with me?
Yep.
He's been in the boxing game a long time. He's managed fighters. He's not managed fighters. He's promoted. He was a great champion himself. I remember going to Luton myself and going to watch him. So he must know something we don't, because I've never seen anybody drop Tyson Fury in sparring. And I've seen some of the best spar. I've watched him with some of the top heavyweights. you know, I mean, I seen him have wars with Moses Toomey. Ask Moses Toomey. Ask Jad Pattaya. If Jad Pattaya, all that rumour that Jad Pattaya got knocked down, Jad Pattaya knocked Tyson out. All those rumours never happened. Never happened. Now, I've never seen, Anthony Joshua's never told me he knocked out Tyson. Tyson's never spoke a word. He doesn't talk like that. He doesn't talk people down. He doesn't say, I've done this. When they all said that Jad Pattaya knocked him, he never said a word. Why? Because it's bollocks.
Yeah, okay. Spencer.
And I have seen him have some serious wars. Miller, Anderson, Bacoli, you name it, they've all been through that door. Joe Parker, they've all been through the door and they've all sparred Tyson, most of them. And they'll tell you how hard it is to spar Tyson, especially in them later championship rounds. It's fucking, he's the daddy when it comes to that.
Spencer, I saw Mike Coppinger put out that you're looking at making Gassiev and Caballel. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we'd love that fight. Actually, would love that fight. You know, we're in talks at the moment, but don't forget he's promoted by Queensberry, so we're all working together. I spoke to George Ron the other day, I spoke to Frank, and we're all working together to make this happen. The trouble is, you know, again, it's a lot of money in the room, but we think it'll be a huge fight in Germany. Huge. I think we'll sell 60,000 in Germany for that fight, and if anybody can do it, the Queensberry are the boys, aren't they?
And you had peace talks with Nick Khan, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren.
Yeah,
How did it go?
Yeah, it was very interesting. You know, Nick Khan's an astute businessman. He's very clever. No wonder he's got where he is. You know, I've got to say, he opened my eyes a bit. He didn't pretend to be this big impresario of boxing. He just said, you know, I am what I am, and it was quite educational to watch, because Turk Al Sheikh, we saw what he did with Eddie Hearn, we saw what he did Frank Warren. That was completely smashed to pieces like a plate. He put it all back together, all the other pieces. He's put everybody else in there, and why can't he do it with this one? It's a bit tougher, but we can do it. Or he can do it, not me. He can do it. I was quite interested to what Turkey said. Actually, he made a lot of sense, and if they can get it all together, I mean, I would love it to be at this fight. You know, forget all the egos. Let's just get everybody on this top stage. You know, I'd love it. I'd love all the big promoters to be there, because there's still some legends. I mean, we've still got plenty of legends about, haven't we? I mean, the table that it could be would be unbelievable.
Do you think we'll see Eddie and Dana working together?
Of course you will. Of course you'll see them working together. It's my gay lover, Tyson. I think you'll see. Why wouldn't they work together? They were friends before, or maybe they weren't friends. They were associates. But business is business, isn't it? As the old mafia bosses say, business is business.
Cool. Spencer, anything you want to add? I know you got Hamza Shiraz out this week as well. Anything you want to say about that, and anyone else you're working with?
Yeah, look. Zach and Huber's as game as they come. He's come to fight. He had a little bit of a slip last time, but I thought he won that fight. He came out and won in 3-4 rounds last time. He's fit as a butcher's dog. Obviously Hamza, quality, gentleman, everything you want in boxing. Just a nice guy. You know, same as Simon. So be two gentlemen in the ring at the weekend, but he'll have to go some to beat Hamza Shiraz. Really, honestly, I watched Pacheco. I think Hamza Shiraz knocks Pacheco out, and also we got Bank on as well. He's fighting Pavel, who both signed with me. So nobody's really seen this kid Jacobs Bank, but we're going to see him step up at the weekend. You'll see him fight. He can fight. I'd like to see that fight down the line with him and Hamza. It'll be an incredible fight. Hamza seems to be at the moment the man out in the front of the race, doesn't he? For me, I mean, there's Mbelli, who's big, you know, for his weight, big, strong, and tough. With Canelo, let's see how that one gets on. But it's a great division to be in, isn't it? Because there's so many people, there's so many good fighters in there.
Cool. Spencer, appreciate your time.